Hello everyone, I am the Walking Virus. Let's talk about the recent Battlefront beta, shall we? So, I'm sure like most people, I put a lot of time into the beta to try to see if it's something that I'm going to want to pick up. And I figured I would just give a brief recap of my pros and cons that I found personally playing the beta to try to give you guys who didn't get a chance to play it a better idea. So, let's start out with what I feel they did right. Aesthetically, the game looks amazing. It sounds like you would expect a Star Wars game to sound. It's got all the iconic classic sounds going. Everything that you would hope for that way, and it just looks so pretty, particularly Hoth. I was really impressed with that. I also personally kind of liked the active reload system they had going. If you're unfamiliar with it, it's a feature that originally was implemented by Gears of War, where whenever you, in this case, it's whenever you shoot too much and your blaster overheats, if you time a button press while it's cooling down, you can actually cool it down faster and just get back to shooting. I always thought it was a really neat idea in Gears of War, and I'm actually really happy that they have that type of thing in this game. I feel the dogfighting, as far as with the X-Wings and the TIE Fighters, was awesome. Some of the other vehicles were still kind of fun, but they just felt a little bit clunky. The other... Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to go into some of the problems that I had. The dogfighting, as I said, was really good when you could get it to happen. On Hoth, there wasn't much opportunity for it, because most of the time there was like maybe 2 or 3 air vehicles for each side. You maybe had a dogfight like once every 2 minutes, and then it was you either got blown up and you wouldn't get the vehicle power up again for another like 5 minutes or so, or they would blow up and then nobody would just show up again for quite some time, and you just spend the greater part of 10 seconds just flying and turning around so that you could hit the ground for 2 seconds and then turn back around. Now, with the vehicles in mind, this actually partially goes into one of the other big problems that I had, which is that the actual Hoth map game mode Walker Assault is completely unbalanced. Even DICE themselves said that in the beta it was completely unbalanced. Luckily, they claim they're going to be trying to fix it, but I honestly don't know how or how well they're going to balance it. But it's good that they actually realized this fact, because it was an atrocious part of the game. When 9 times out of 10, if not more, the Empire would win, simply because the rebels would spawn outside their base. They would end up spawning like way too far from the objectives they needed to take. It just was awful. Now, I did say that the sounds were a good part of the game, and they are. They have a lot of the classic Star Wars sounds. The problem, at least that I ran into on the PS4 version, sometimes the sounds would just cut out. Now, I know that this is supposed to be a beta, but most of the time with betas this close to it, they aren't really looking to fix or tweak anything. They're just looking to go like, hey, here's this game to play. I've seen DICE do it before with Battlefield 3, I've seen them do it with Battlefield 4. They don't typically fix most of the things by launch. Now, probably the funniest one, and the creepiest one at the same time, is the facial animations, particularly on Luke Skywalker. They look pretty atrocious sometimes. Luke Skywalker's almost looks like some creepy doll face just running at you. This is compounded by the fact that the Jedi and Sith are really hard to kill, simply because they can deflect blaster fire if they just hold down the block button, which may end up actually getting yourself killed because there's a chance for it to just get deflected right back at the shooter. Now, all in all, I feel like the game was pretty solid as far as fun for it. I feel like Fighter Squadron, which is going to be a pure dogfight mode, is probably going to be worth some time. I think playing the Hero Hunt mode, which will almost guarantee that you get to play as one of the heroes or villains is probably going to be some fun as well. I just don't know how much replay there will be to it, so unless you're a really big Star Wars fan, it's probably not going to be worth the time. Maybe once they get some things balanced out and tweak some things later on down the line, it would be better, but as of right now with the beta, I was just very, very unimpressed. I would probably say wait if you planned on picking it up and didn't get a chance to play the beta. It's not as impressive as it could be, and I really hope they do fix some stuff before then. Well, that's all for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed this discussion. If you'd like to discuss it further, leave a comment down in the section below. Hopefully you like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.